Here are some things that I would tell my 18-year-old self as I was just getting started in the real estate industry. Number one is going to be surround yourself with like-minded people. You probably hear me say this time and time and time again, but because I had to learn this lesson the hard way multiple times, I live by this now. So if you are young and you are looking to get into the real estate industry, it is highly advised that you surround yourself with people who are also around your age and somewhat around where you are or a little bit above. That way you can have a measurable goal of what to achieve and what to go ahead and compete against and go ahead and move forward in that manner. You're not going to want to hang around with people who are at the end of their career, right? Because what they're working on is totally different than what you're working on. That is why I say surround yourself with like-minded people and people that are close to where you're at and going to where you want to be going. If you are getting into the real estate industry and you don't even know how to generate leads, and then you're going out and you're hanging out with somebody who has a full-blown real estate company and they don't even work, and they work maybe 2-3 hours of the day and their team does everything, you're going to think that you're doing something wrong, and you're going to think that it's okay for you to work 2-3 hours because that's what success looks like, when it's a totally different game, right? So yes, find people that are within your sphere, but make sure they're close enough to you and doing similar things and all that journey with you. That way you can compete and actually level up and get better logically versus delusionally. Next is going to be generating leads. I don't care how pretty your CRM is, right? How pretty your social media page is. You have a way better chance to get leads off of actually cold calling or generating some type of inbound leads, which is a whole nother video, right? But learn how to actually generate leads, utilizing strategies like cold calling and going out there and doing outbound strategies to go ahead and bring sellers into your network. That way you can utilize, right? So don't focus so much on, I have to post content. Yes, you should be doing that. But you need to be focused on, I need to generate leads in an efficient manner, in a repeatable manner, because you need to be thinking, I need to be able to generate leads for other people under me, separate of who I am. And that's how you scale, right? Next, I'm gonna tell you, bro, sales. You gotta learn sales. The best sales that I could recommend is gonna be virtual. You don't want to have to stay in your hometown or stay in your backyard to run your business. You want to be able to run your business everywhere. As you can see, you know what I mean? Here I am right here, anywhere, running my business, and most of my deal flow isn't even in Chicago. Most of my deal flow is nationwide, and I never meet the people in person. And that's because I understood and mastered on the phone sales, which is understanding tonality, understanding how to get through to somebody, what are the right questions to ask. That way you can understand the condition of the property, what the seller's motivation is, what do they really need, and learn how to really negotiate and hit those pain points and get the contract locked up and be a top closer. Those are skill sets that are going to be with you for the rest of your life. So learn sales, specifically virtual phone sales in this industry. It's going to take you a long, long way. Next is going to be finding a mentor. It's not just about the money. Money is not real, right? And I know you're like, Joshua, I mean, look at you. You're living in a high-rise Chicago. We got the whole view of the city. Yes, I do. But this isn't because of money. It's because of the type of man that I am. So when you're going out there and you're looking for a mentor, you need to find someone that matches your core values, because you are going to try to emulate this person. The best thing that you can do is just be a copycat. Monkey see, monkey do. That's how we've learned for generations since the beginning of time. Monkey see, monkey do. Don't try to have an ego and try to do everything yourself and reinvent the wheel. There's people out here that are doing exactly what you're doing, and you can just go and copy exactly what they're doing in the start, and then eventually you make it your own. So when you're finding a mentor, you need to make sure that you don't just go after the money, but you go after the person's core values, right? Do they match the man or the woman that you want to be? Because if not, then either two things are going to happen. One, you're going to become this person and you're not going to even enjoy the money because it never matched with who you truly are. Once again, money's not real. It's the person you become along the way that actually matters. And then two, if you fall for the money, you may not even learn as well dealing with that person because you just don't respect them or what they have to say. So when they speak about the business, you don't want to hear it. The biggest mistake that you can run into being a young entrepreneur, especially getting into this real estate industry, is you think that you know it all. You think, hey, I'm a youthful person, I have time on my side. Honestly, that's not the case. You don't have all the time in the world, you don't know what you're doing, and you're far better getting somebody who's already where you want to be and just copying them. Next is gonna be when you're a little bit, you got the groove into your business, right? I'm not saying you're full on business, everything delegated, but the minute that you're comfortably closing deals and you know what you're doing, get an assistant, right? If you're running this virtual business like how I'm telling you and how I'm doing, get you a virtual assistant for a fraction of the cost of what they are with the same work ethic and results. Because you don't want to be focusing on these tasks that are taking away from your time that you could be doing the highest income producing activity, which is being the closer. So immediately, you need to find an assistant that can work for you, that understands your values and that understands what you need taken off your plate, and you are comfortable with giving it to them, knowing that it's getting done. That way you can focus on things. For instance, if you're running a wholesale business, and this is just what I talk about because this is what I'm running and this is what I'm great at. When you're running a wholesale business, there's things like keeping in touch with the homeowners to give them updates, make sure they understand what's going on, coordinating access and showings and everything like that. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be coordinating and like managing and doing admin tasks. You should be focused on lead in, ink to paper, boom, sell the deal. You should be focused on high income producing activities, so get an assistant. But yeah, until then, if you have any questions, you just DM me directly and I'll take care of you.